Just in case you were out there thinking that these restrictions were going to somehow go away when the Corona clap goes away, which it may never if they have their way. It would be super awesome if more people would realize that the restrictions are what we're all talking about. Not necessarily this current supposed crisis, but how these restrictions can be used in the future to limit your ability to do stuff. Because taking your power and rights relies on there being a crisis, an emergency. What's going to be the next emergency? The climate. As just yesterday in California, newly implemented power restrictions are now forcing Alienware, a company owned by Dell, to be banned from selling certain types of computers in the state. These powerful video gaming computers are now banned from being sold in the state. Now, these gaming computers can be outfitted with a 1,000 watt power supply, which makes it so they could use about as much energy as a residential air conditioning unit, though when they're not doing high intensity tasks, it's unlikely that it would use that much. And even though these restrictions apply to gaming computers specifically and not cryptocurrency mining rigs yet, this is just a very peculiar thing and something that you should probably be worried about because number one, California is the most populous U.S. state, and if they can outlaw a computer that uses a certain amount of power, they could certainly outlaw cryptocurrency mining rigs, and they could also do that in other states in America, which probably poses quite a risk to the ability for a cryptocurrency to retain its value, but whatever, that's not even my main focus here. Because in the last year, California passed a law that by 2035, you would no longer be able to sell a non-electric vehicle in the entire state of California. So if everybody's out there driving their Tesla and driving their electric car, let me remind you that if they can restrict the ability for gaming computers to be sold, they could certainly restrict the amount of times that you could recharge your car, effectively limiting you to how far you could travel. And naturally, what they would do is they would just do something that they're doing right now. Pit you against your neighbors by parading around on every mainstream news outlet and inserting it into the zeitgeist that any person that has the audacity to recharge their car 5 times a month hates the planet. Anybody that has the audacity to continue driving a non-electric vehicle in California hates the planet and thus should be shamed. And then sooner or later, people who don't drive electric cars shouldn't be allowed to work. They shouldn't be allowed to go to the grocery store. They shouldn't be allowed to the ball game. Sound familiar? Sounds a little bit like they're doing it right now. Don't you see? And then whoever's the virtue signaling clown sneaker governor of the moment will come out and they'll have Planet Non-Recharge Day. Everybody gets a free Krispy Kreme donut and a greasy cheeseburger and a free fry at McDonald's if they don't charge their car for the month. Everybody stay home and stay safe and protect the planet. Report your neighbor if you see them driving. So as everybody sits out there and complains about, oh, just get the juice, just get the passport, just get it. I hope everybody can just maybe realize that this is not about what's going on right now, but what could be done in the future. Because sooner or later, well, it doesn't work anymore. You gotta re-up. You gotta re-up. Daddy government says, take the juice now, or you can't go to the grocery store. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not gonna happen? Sure. Oh, it's less effective. There's a Delta Airlines. There's a Spirit Airlines. It's the new variant. It's 10 times as dangerous. Report your neighbor. You can't buy food. You're not allowed to live in society. Ostracize them. Yell at them. Go on Clown News Network and call them stupid to their face. Have the leader of the free world and say that it's an insult of your intelligence. Say insults on your intelligence if you don't take the forced juice. This is just the beginning. All these people that are trying to sound the alarm, that are trying to speak up about this, are talking about what will happen as a result the next time around. Meanwhile, everybody that got the juice is like, just got it. They don't even understand the trap they're putting themselves in. Because as everybody virtue signals and weighs in for the 10 seconds a day that they actually pay attention to this, what they don't even realize is that this is an inescapable, irreversible trap. If you give them the ability to take away your ability to make decisions for yourself in perpetuity for life, you will never get them back ever. Now it's a diaper, now it's the juice, now it's a gaming computer, soon it's you can't charge your car, soon it's there's a social credit score, your car is connected to the internet, we can shut your car off, we can force your car to be shut off, we can shut off power and water to your home, which they did in California and Los Angeles County. Okay, but yeah. Why won't you just wear a diaper? Just wear the diaper. It's like, okay. And the final straw of how they secure this deal of you trapping yourself is by doing the emotional pull. Well, don't you care about people? Don't you care about others? Don't you want people to be thieves? And that's the trick. Lying with statistics. They know that you won't look deep enough to find the true numbers, the true efficacy, anything that might be negative about what's going on. They know you won't look beneath the surface. They just emotionally tug at your heartstrings to get you to say the exact same thing to people who oppose your viewpoint because they know that you won't take the time necessary to prove whether or not you're right, to do the hard research, to look into it with any level of depth. They know that you'll just trust the experts and then yell at other people on their behalf. And that is the trap.